So, last we left off, our party members had their first interaction with each other, interacting at a party of a noble by the name of Trident. Last we left off, our party consisting of Reximus Alshire, the Tyran Warlock, Tat, the Halfling Bard, and Alcides, the Dragonborn Paladin, were making their way into the Palace of Trident, including Vlad, the tiefling man who has so graciously given Tat a job. Following Trident into a meeting room. The first thing you notice when entering the home is that it is very lavish. There are very colorful banners along the walls, statues of armor, gold statues, and so forth. Paintings of Trident, primarily. No family members are found in any of these paintings, but they do make Trident look more well off than he is in regards to his weight and size. Depict him as a tall, muscular, lavish warrior. And who knows, maybe this was him in a past decade, but currently, this is nothing like the man you see in front of you. As you follow him into a meeting room, some chairs and tables have been set up, a couple of glasses set around, no liquid inside yet, but a servant standing nearby with drinks and beverages. Trident himself takes a seat at one of the chairs in front of the table, about 7 seats to it. Vlad looks to you and gives you a slight nod and says, "Tat, if you would mind just standing outside for a few while we do discuss some business."
Okay.
Perfect. And you do take a few steps out of the doorway, and the servant who's in the room quickly walks over and shuts the door behind you.
Hello, Tat. What are you doing here?
Oh, hi. I'm with Mr. Vlad and some other people. I was just looking around for Buzzrar, and now I'm in here, I guess. I was told to wait outside.
Did there happen to be a gnomish man that walked in there?
Yeah, there's a gnome guy in there with everybody else.
Well, you see, that gnomish man is actually Nina here's father.
Stepfather, more exact.
Okay.
My mother married him. You do notice, since he's much closer now and there's less people around, you do notice that the frills along his head are glowing, as well as a couple of stripes down his tail are glowing neon white. So, you might well be wondering why I'm here. I am currently looking for an item, a compass. Some of you know, Vlad, you specifically know, I like to procure magical and less known items, and there's a compass that I've learned of. Right. I don't know if you're talking to the right people for this. I'm not an adventurer. You know my profession. Yes, and you do know mine. I don't do that. I'm a scientist. Right. It isn't a matter of what you do, it's a matter of what you can get done, and the people you know. Reximus, your family does know this. I don't know if you've been informed, but I thought it'd be good to have you know as well. I'm running low on money. I spent a lot of my fortune on certain tasks. Last magical item I got is supposed to point me in the way of this compass, but I can't get it to work. But you know people. You Reximus as well. Your family travels a lot, so I would hope that you have some say in this matter as well.
Yes, of course.
I need help finding this compass.
Well, what can I do to assist you?
Well, I was really hoping your parents would be here, because they travel a lot and they have people around. But
whatever they can do, I can do as well. I have connections just as they do.
Asking around to your connections, primarily seeing if you can get any information, either figure out if there's a magician, a mage of some sort who can use this previous artifact I have, key, that can unlock a door to any location. And supposedly, it can send you directly to this compass, or your greatest desire, but it just doesn't work for me.
You have it in your possession?
Of course I do.
You're just expecting us to just...
In good faith. The compass itself would lead you to a treasure. It would lead me to a treasure, exactly, and then I could pay you all back, of course. Right. Listen, Trident. Your collecting has always been a fun pastime for me to watch, never participate in. Because a lot of the time, you get yourself into situations like this. And I've helped you before. Yes, I know you've helped me before. But this would be different. Really now. Druidic speaks up at this as well. As like, I don't care for your magical artifacts. When I asked you for help, did you help me? No. So, That being said, I'm going to go. And Druidic stands, hops off his chair, and he starts walking towards the door.
I'm just sitting at the table, just watching him leave.
Tridum, you see him, his face looks kind of like pale and stressed, really. Right, I do think it's time to be going. Are you ready to leave? I'm ready to leave. And he begins to walk out the door without saying another word to any of you.
So he just sees his daughter and is like, all right, bye.
All right, it's time to go. Yes. Are you coming with, bodyguard?
Yes, I am.
Are you a paladin?
I am.
Do you know a dinosaur diplomat?
I thought he was just inside.
Do you know where my parents are?
Who are your parents?
They're called Walter and Gina. They're also halflings like me.
When was the last time you saw them?
Like a week ago. We had a caravan coming to the city, but then I guess it was ambushed or something, and I haven't seen them since. I was hoping that they made it.
Then I didn't see any caravans with halflings. Didn't you talk to the dinosaur earlier?
I didn't know he was a diplomat. I'm not really sure what a diplomat is.
As you turn to like mention Nina, you see that Druidic and Nina are gone. They moved on without you. Looks like.
If you can't find me, just go to the fight clubs in the lower district and you should find me there.
Sending a child to Fight
I thought the first rule about Fight Club was you don't talk about Fight Club.
Listen, if you tell anybody about this, if you tell anybody about Fight Club, we're gonna have some problems, Tat. Excuse me, I need to go find them. So
okay,
yeah.
I'll wait here.
And I like sprint down the hall.
Wait!
It's our cities.
Okay, thank you.
Tridum kind of deflates into disappointment as Druidic leaves. He's like, well, I'm kind of desperate right now.
You decorated the place for this party. You invited all of us distinguished members of society to your party, and then brought us here for a meeting in order to present your charity case. Is that correct?
You put it like that? Yes, I guess I did. Right, well, I will also be leaving. Your charity case, as Reximus has stated, as Mr. Snarlshire has stated, isn't quite my forte. And he gets up as well. No, please, listen. I can show you the key if you want. I can prove to you that I have half of it already. It's just I can't get it to work.
Wait, you're saying you only have half instead of the whole key?
No, you dumb. I have half of the puzzle. The key is the other.
Gets up and walks out.
Yeah, the key is the half of the puzzle that I have. The compass is the other half. I have half of the puzzle.
Okay,
the key
you need to choose your words carefully from here on out.
And for such a big head, you need to study more. Fine. If Mr. Snarlshire is also willing to continue working with you after such a barrage of insults...
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just willing to listen.
If he's willing to work with you after your barrage of insults, then maybe I will also. If you can show us this key, maybe I'll be more likely to help you. I do apologize for my insults. It's here. Fine. If you're willing to follow me, I'll show you. You have just made your way into a wine cellar. There's a lot of casks of wine. From what you can see, none of them have really been used at all. A couple feet away from you, you see a secondary ladder leading up, you would assume into the house.
Not exit out of the door that the ladder leads to, just kind of climb up it and give a little listen to see if anyone's out there, and then if no one's out there, I will proceed.
You hear the footsteps leading, kind of going away from the trapdoor leading up. After a few moments, the footsteps disappear.
In that case, I guess proceed out the trapdoor.
You very slowly open up the trapdoor, and you don't see anyone in the room that you're in. You open up the room, and it looks like it's the kitchen, but you don't see anybody inside. There's not a lot of food, and it's very clean, which you assume is because the party was set up and everything's already been made. But at the same exact time, it's a little bit strange, as it has been a party, and there should be more food coming out, but no one's in the kitchen. There's an open door leading out of the kitchen into kind of a hallway, and other than that, you don't see anything else in there. There are a couple of windows that you can see out of, and you do see the party going on outside, but no one can really see inside the windows from what you can tell.
Right, so in that case, I will proceed from the kitchen, kind of take a look around to see what the whole deal is in this place. Maybe, hopefully get access to, like, look for something like an office or something that looks like his, that might have a secret little safe, something, something I can snatch, give to the poor little children, the orphans.
Okay. You kind of poke your head out of the doorway, and you see the little girl that you had noticed before, a little halfling girl, an elven woman, and halfling woman, and a Dragonborn man, kind of all talking with each other. The Dragonborn then goes up to the doorway and puts his ear up to it, and the halfling girl starts talking to the elven woman. You don't quite know what's going on. All the doors around you seem, from what you can see, are shut. There's a stairwell leading up close, maybe a couple feet away from the group of people standing outside the doorway. So that's currently what you see.
In that case, kind of curious about what he's listening in on, so I might just stay hidden and kind of see if I can catch what they're trying to listen out for.
Okay.
Because curiosity.
Don't you know curiosity kills?
Wow.
Yeah, well, hasn't killed you yet. Too much dismay of mine. You're still alive.
Wow.
So you kind of stay hidden, and after a few moments of listening, you see a small gnomish man walk out of the room, look to the three people, say, "Well, it's time to leave then." Begins to walk. The elven woman follows behind, and the dragonborn. And Dragonborn stops to talk to the little halfling girl for a little bit, and they all begin to walk out. The elf and the gnome walk out of the house. You hear the doors open. You hear the party from outside kind of waft in. And
So wait, when did I have heard the doors open?
No, you were focused on your conversation. She's actively watching everything. It's
Okay.
Then
Always
you watch as Alcides kind of, Dragonborn, begins to run away, and you hear, "What's your name?" "It's Alcides," and he runs out the door, and then Tat kind of goes back to sitting outside the doorway
and trying to act like her boomerang is a mustache.
Yeah, she's doing exactly what EJ is doing now.
I am a child.
Roll a perception check for me.
9.
Plus the 2.
Yep. It automatically adds the multiplier.
Oh, okay, 9. As you kind of look over at Tat, you see out of the corner of your eye a cloak run up the stairwell.
Oh my.
But you don't catch anything else besides that. A few more moments pass by, and the door opens up, and you see Tridum, the well-dressed fat man from before, walking out of the room with a tiefling and a T-Rex man behind. And now we're all caught up.
We're all in the same time
Easy
zone.
enough.
All in the same timeline. Yep. Now we're all in the same time zone. Ted, as the three walk out from the room, Ted, you see Tridum come out at the door, and he kind of looks down at you. Do you want to see something magical?
What? Me?
Yes, you.
Oh,
And he kind of gives you this like half. You're here now, and it's kind of like a "oh, you're still here" kind of smile.
Who's
like,
speaking? Is it
Tridum?
Okay, I can't tell Tridum's and those three voices apart at this point. I'll be like, sure.
Why not?
Wonderful.
Also, I may have
Alrighty.
just cut myself slightly with the boomerang, so
Oh, no.
I'll just be like, oh no.
Yikes.
Not in real life, in the game.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
it's got a sharp end. It can be used as a stabby.
I would love that.
A shank.
So Vlad kind of
Thank you.
gives you a nod, and you kind of, I guess, merge into the line and stand with Vlad, and you all begin to go up the stairs. Reximus, you see everyone kind of going up the stairs, and I'm assuming you're following them.
Yes, I'm following.
Okay. Chrissy, your name is the hardest one for me to remember for whatever
I don't
reason.
know why.
I don't know why
It's
either.
such a
I
simple name.
It's probably because
You
everyone
would
else.
think it'd be like else. Well,
Everyone
I guess
else-
ours are all unique. So.
You had a one shot with everyone else to learn their names, but you haven't had
Yeah.
one with Myrtle, so.
I'll get it eventually. Chrissy, you watch as they all begin to walk up the same stairwell that cloak you saw earlier goes up. Ted, you also kind of recognize that a few moments ago someone else went up these stairs, but
I don't care.
it might have just been
I don't-
imagination. You don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know who it was. It's not like I
Yeah.
live in this house. I don't know what's supposed to happen or not.
So, Chrissy, what are you going to do right now as you begin to watch the rest of them go up the stairwell here?
I'm a follow.
All right, roll a stealth check for me.
I think I have actually a good multiplier on that. Yeah, I got 6 on it. Hold up, let me.
Oh my
put
god.
that on.
6?
And then, yeah.
Yep.
15, my boy.
15. All right, so yeah, you
Whoa,
begin to
plus
follow them up
9.
the stairs.
Wow.
You begin to follow them up the stairs.
I'm doing a sneaky snook.
Do we not get a roll because it's just our passive perception since we're not actively looking
Yeah.
for anything? Okay.
That's kind of what I'm looking up right now. Yeah, no, nobody notices. No one that you notices.
What?
So you begin to make your way up the stairs. It is kind of a spiral. It starts off like just a normal kind of stairwell, and then it begins to spiral up into another hallway. This one is not decorated whatsoever. There are more rooms on either side. As he begins to walk down the hall, Trident begins to walk down the hallway with you, your party following. He turns to the right, opens up a doorway into a large open trophy room.
Hey, quick question. You said it's not decorated. How bland is this hallway right now?
There is no paint, nothing.
All right. I just, as we're walking through the hallway, I just say, well, you could have at least cleaned up before you bringing us through here. Or, I mean, have you even swept? What is happening in this hallway?
Blue can't tell what joke you're making there.
I'm just making fun of him because, like, he didn't
because he made fun of your big head.
I'm just a snooty diplomat right now.
Yes.
Also,
Chris,
Myrtle turned on her camera, so now everything's weird.
Yeah, my things are.
Sorry,
all
I'm
awesome.
going to turn it back in a second.
No problem.
It's okay.
Yep.
Because I'm having to use my phone.
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of like scoffs, and it's like he understands you're snooty and kind of joking a bit, but at the same exact time, it's like there's nothing to clean.
Right. Yeah.
You notice Vlad's looking around, kind of surprised with the fact that there's absolutely nothing in this hallway.
Are you talking to me or Tat?
All of you, technically, all three of you, except for Alcides.
You should have stayed with the child.
You should have. You follow Tridem into a large open trophy room. You see pedestals. There's no artwork or anything in this room. It is also kind of bland comparatively, but you see items on pedestals, statues, weapons, pieces of armor, jewelry, just kind of scattered about. And Tridem kind of turns and says, "This is my trophy room, exactly. It's where I keep what I find, or what I collect." Right, yes, you have showed this to me before. Where's this key you speak of? Right, yes. Stay here. And he kind of walks forward and pulls back a curtain, and you see a doorway behind the curtain. He opens it up, shuts it behind him. You hear some rummaging and so forth. It comes out with a golden key.
City.
Yeah. So the way the key looks.
Oh, I can't wait to see it start.
No worries. It's got, I don't know the best way to explain it. So the metal rod, then the key portion itself is two metal bars, two ruby bars to be exact. At first you think they're just metal, but then taking a closer look, they are ruby gemstones.
Sounds expensive.
Yes.
Sounds stealable.
Yeah. And the bottom of the key is a square with a kind of purple swirl to it, and it seems inside the square is moving on its own. As you begin to like look into it, it like kind of folds and bends, and it's sort of see-through, and you can like kind of see the wall behind Tridem and his arm as he's holding it. But at the same exact time, everything behind is like bending and twisting in a kind of mirror room-esque way. This is what I was talking about. This is the key that I have found.
Pants a little bit.
Now, to everything I can say, when I enter the key into any doorway, like here, and he walks over to the door that you'd entered in, shuts it, and puts the key into the lock.
Oh no.
Yeah, Chrissy, you're still outside the room, and you watch the door. Yeah, you're kind of like peeking in, and you watch him start going towards the door, and you like back up a little bit, and the door shuts, and you hear a key enter the lock. Now, the lock before was smaller than the key itself, but somehow it fits, right? And he twists again, pulls the key out, jiggles the lock, and the door is shut. The door seems locked. He's like, try, Reximus, try.
Try what? Opening this door?
The door.
Yes. Locked?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just to prove that it is locked.
I mean, okay. I just try to jiggle the knob.
Look at this locked door. Would you like to try opening this locked door? It is very locked. It does not open.
Just FBI open up and
and you do try the door, and it is locked. Now, Chrissy, you see on the other side, you hear the door lock, but you don't hear any clicks after that.
Yeah, boots is good.
There's no jiggling at all to the door. Reximus, as you're trying to unlock it, there's nothing happening on your end of the door, Chrissy.
Right.
Now, he's like, all right. And he puts the key back in.
Oh, wait. So he took out the key before, like, letting me jiggle the...
Yeah, he took out the key before
letting
you
gotcha.
jiggle.
Yeah.
And so he puts back in the key and then it unlocks it. And Chrissy, you hear the door unlock. And he opens up the door. See, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but supposedly, from everything that I've studied, this should work. But, he kind of motions to the door.
So he got the key, and he says it works, and it doesn't work. Because he's an idiot.
So, you're telling me that, what, you bought this key, or just located this key? Is that what...
It's locked.
I hired a few people to locate it, and then I bought it from the person who had it originally, and I am now low on income.
Oh wow, I can imagine why you just wasted your money on this key that locks and unlocks a door. Really? What were you thinking?
I
mean, what is it? What was the purpose of this display?
Play into it, Reximus.
This key is supposed to open up a doorway to another plane dimension.
All right, well, clearly it didn't do that, so...
Clearly it didn't, so either I'm doing something wrong...
you should have checked before you bought the key.
Or you sold drugs.
Or you spent money on a key that doesn't work.
Which I do not believe is the case, because I spent good money for this, and I hired professionals. Professionals that I've hired before, who in fact have gotten me other artifacts. For example, and he turns around and he picks up
the toothbrush of destiny.
Yes, it makes you so clean.
Gives you the whitest teeth, and his teeth are like straight black.
He picks
the
up.
Emperor has no clothes.
You see a bronze tome, a bronze book, and he holds it up to you. He's like, "This is the Tome of Understanding." Here.
So basically, it helps you to understand that you made a big mistake.
I see why your parents leave so often.
Wow.
I think it's because of the job and, having to deal with other countries.
Sure, didn't go out to get milk.
We'll go with that. Sure. I think it's because I'm the only one that will call you out on your difficultness, I suppose.
He does have a point, Tridum. You do, from the looks of it, you seem to have made a poor purchase.
Yes, Vlad. What do you think? You don't think this is legitimate, do you?
Let me see. And he comes over and he puts his hand out. Can I have the key, please? Yeah, here. He hands over the key and he begins to study it for a few moments. Tridum looks to you, but no, this book of understanding, this tome of understanding, right? If you spend 48 hours over the span of 6 days reading and studying it, right? It increases your ability to understand. I can't explain it.
That sounds boring.
You have to read it.
Gives you big brain disease.
Yes, it is boring. But here, no, like other things as well. This here, it's talisman, right? This talisman, I believe it's the talisman of the sphere. And he pulls up a necklace, which it has a face on it with emerald eyes, and it looks like a goat's, kind of a satyr head, 2 horns, a beard, and a wide open, kind of screaming mouth.
Pulls out a head.
No, a necklace with a head on it.
Oh, that's even better.
Duh, where are your enemies?
It's a small head, though, right? Like it's
yeah, no, it's
size of a hand or something.
Is it like a shrunken head?
No, it just fits in. It's a metal head. It's
okay.
Yeah, it fits in the palm of your hand.
Specific.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't specific enough. I'm sorry.
It would not fit in the palm of my hand, probably.
No, it would take a lot for you to hold. You could wrap your whole hand, or you could like wrap your hand around half of it, basically. The best way I can explain this one is that it makes it easier to understand magic.
You know what, Tridum? I have another magical item that I believe you could add to your set of trophies here.
If you're making fun of me, Reximus.
No. I promise it is a legitimate magical item. And I did mention the gift before, correct?
Yes.
So this is something I brought. Hold on. And I pull out the bag of beans. And I hold it out and I say, here, yes. This is one of my family's heirlooms, but I brought it as a gift for you because I know that you adore magical items. So, here you go. The beans are better looking to fix all of that if you want to use it yourself. And
Roasted.
Are you trading a cow for those?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
I guess he already is a cow.
No, he just looks like a cow.
Please, dude. Please let me have good persuasion. Okay, I got a 10.
Yikes.
I rolled a natural 1.
He's broken.
Yes! He grabs the bag and he's like, might as well test it, I guess. He takes one of the beans out and he puts it in his mouth, and you watch him as he kind of like chews for a few and swallows.
He really wants to retain his former glory.
We quickly grab a D100 dice because I don't own any.
No.
I have a D100. I could roll with you.
Oh, you have a D100?
Yeah, I got
roll a D100 for me and tell me what you get.
After you roll it, show it off.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I mean, maybe I could just list it, I guess.
Right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's 2 dice. That's right. I do.
It's 2 different dice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got a 46. If I wanted to show it off, I'd have to do it like this.
Okay, yeah, I thought you meant like an actual.
No, it's
dice
not
with 100
one
sides.
die. That's 100
No,
sides.
I have a friend who has one of those, and it's huge. It's like the size of a golf ball.
Yikes. I'm kind of scared. I didn't think he would take it right away.
Pretty looking.
I see.
Oh no. Is he gonna die and explode or something?
Twitching.
Watch as he swallows the bean. After a couple of moments,
what kind of beans did you
realize
get?
I don't know. That's the thing.
You don't know what these beans do? How do you even get these beans?
I just bought them off of bed on the street, okay?
I will be right back.
It actually is. I didn't lie about it being a family heirloom. It actually is a family heirloom.
I will be right back.
You gave him the beans of oldness. They have been old beans.
You see his face kind of pain for a few seconds, and like he kind of like he lands on his knees and he kind of hits the ground. He's like, oh, is it supposed to hurt?
Are you okay, sir?
And he begins to vomit.
Oh,
he begins to vomit, and
that's on my shoes. Oh god.
Yep, I am
wearing
stepping
shoes?
away.
You got
Some
beans
nice
on my
shoes.
slippers?
I have big dinosaur shoes, dude.
What size are you, like 27?
Dinosaurs wear shoes?
Yeah, something like that. Bean boozled, dude.
you see
Show me.
as posted
Turns out it's
in
a prank. You got bean boozled.
Oh, cool.
posting it in the D&D chat. You watch as these kind of mushrooms begin to just flood out of him. And as he hits the ground, the bag of beans falls out of his hand, and you watch as 8 other beans spread out across the ground. And these mushrooms, the room itself isn't that bright, but the mushrooms begin to emit a kind of high-pitched humming noise a bit as they
I think I know what these are.
kind of like twitch in the light, and they
I'm
move.
sorry, guys.
They move kind of like towards the shadow, and as 10 of them begin to fall out of his mouth and blood, and he just starts vomiting up blood and these mushrooms. He hits the ground unconscious.
What have you done, Stu?
And these 10 like mushroom creatures begin to wriggle into the shadows.
Tat is just like scooting as far away, like backing up and going, like gets back up against the door. Is it still locked? Are we stuck in here?
No, the door's unlocked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Kind of after Earl run away.
As these 8 other beans hit the ground, I'm gonna need 8 more D100s. One of the beans hits the ground and just begins to sprout more mushrooms.
Oh no.
More toadstool mushrooms around.
No. Bless you.
I'm sorry I left you guys, but you know.
Why did you bring your family heirloom here and then feed it to a man?
Listen, I didn't know what was gonna do, okay? I
What's the
thought it was
meaning
gonna
with
be
the family
great.
heirloom?
Sorry I left you guys, but I had a job to do, so.
Yeah.
You watch as the room bursts open as a tree sprouts from one of the other beans. And fruit begin to just grow on it. Let's see here.
Question.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, what's up?
I knew I
How
should have
big is this
stayed in
tree?
bed today, says Starly.
Like, is this,
23 fruit begin to sprout from the tree.
like, how big is the tree?
It's pretty big. It's pretty
Like,
big.
does it go through the roof?
Yeah.
It
He
is.
says it split open the room.
It at least this room, yeah. So it doesn't.
Okay,
it
I was gonna
wouldn't
say,
break
would
through the
people
roof
in the
'cause-
party be able to see it? Is what I'm saying.
No, they do.
Okay.
You do all hear a crash, but you don't see.
So,
it.
question.
Let me.
I do have a question. While this is all going on, are we still like at the party leaving, or are we actually already gone now?
You are still leaving. You are still
Okay.
looking for them.
Okay.
You don't know where they are.
So, wait, so he's looking for them, doesn't know where they are, and he just hears a giant crash of like floor tiles exploding and
Basically,
probably
yeah.
branches creaking.
One of the other beans, and this is all happening at the same exact time. So as the tree
Oh
sprouts,
no!
a pyramid, a 60-foot square base pyramid, explodes the room.
That's not enough room in here for that!
No,
Die!
all the artifacts go flying. Tat, you hit one wall, and Reximus, you hit another wall.
Oh no.
I'm guessing the like room explodes.
This one, yes.
Oh,
You
no.
see a pyramid sprout from the room.
Do I see this?
Yes, I'll say this.
Oh,
From
no.
outside, you see this.
I'm sure Chris
I'm sure people are freaking out at the party now.
Yeah, everyone begins to freak out as a giant pyramid explodes. Give me another number, EJ.
Oh no.
32.
We have like 5 more to
32.
go.
I know! This chaotic potatoes!
Everyone like nearby it in a 60-foot radius gets thrown and just begins to like fall.
Do we
from
take
the base of
damage?
it.
Oh, fall
Uh,
out of the building?
Like fall. Some of you. Vlad gets thrown out of the building.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
What
yeah.
have you done, Stu? Why is this happening?
know.
This was-
Reximus, Tat, and Chrissy, you are kind of like now on the side of the pyramid, kind of like sliding down it a bit.
Okay.
One of the other beans, as it hits the pyramid, a campfire sprouts from it with blue flames.
Oh,
and it's
no.
sliding down the pyramid as well.
No.
Okay.
Oh no!
He said,
Uh, a nest appears from the,
Oh,
from the
no.
beam
Oh
with
no.
6
what?
eggs. 6
Okay.
eggs
Eggs
just
are-
in it. And
Okay.
as the nest begins to slide, the eggs all begin to fall out and crack and just break. And egg insides, yolk and white, just slide down the pyramid.
Okay, we're
Well,
fine.
you're taking the rest off.
You take those.
I guess it's kind of a good thing because who knows what they could have been.
I don't know. Could have been monsters.
Give me another number.
88.
88. Another set of eggs come out.
Oh no.
Only 5 more this time. Similar thing. They all begin to slide and crack and break
Mm-hmm.
down it. And it's just like, it's on the side with Reximus too. So you're now getting like egg on you. And you're like,
Ooh.
ah.
That's
falling
put egg
down.
on his face after all this.
Disgusting! How dare!
Get
roll,
yoked.
roll just a d20 for me. I
Me?
want to check. Yeah. I just want to check something.
No.
I was gonna say, as long as it's above a 5, you're fine. But as you're falling, some of it gets in your mouth, some of the egg
Oh.
yolk,
no.
and I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh
for me.
no, dude.
Salmonella.
Come on,
Is this like
don't
alien
fail me,
eggs or
please.
something?
Wait, Myrtle, what are you
Okay,
eating?
okay, 11.
He broke
Okay.
10, boys. We're good.
I broke 10, yeah.
So that is a failed saving throw.
Oh, no.
Sick, alright, awesome.
You only take 12 damage.
Alright.
You take 12 force damage as you just
God, dude.
It's
Oh.
like as some of the egg gets on you and you just off the
Yikes.
pyramid and you begin to fall.
Laura,
again.
you aren't looking good.
I'm not looking good, dude.
A large treant sprouts from the pyramid and begins to like fall forward and start running. And he looks over to you, Tat, as he's on your side of the pyramid, sees you, runs over, grabs you, and picks you up, and like kind of tries to stop himself.
A tree is saving me.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And he kind of looks around, and he sees this magical explosion from the other side, and starts like slowly making his way while also running down the pyramid at a diagonal angle this time. Sees you, Reximus, and grabs onto your arm and stops you from falling. Chrissy, you're still on the other side. Go ahead and give me another number, as I think there are two more.
The 97 is the last number I had. That's a 6 of the
Oh,
numbers.
97.
No.
Okay, so then we're good then. 97?
Please, please don't tell me it's another pyramid!
Please don't kill me.
Another pyramid! From the side
Pyramid's gonna land on top of us!
I guess we're in Egypt.
So, like, what happens is...
Session 1,
the
Steve
beans-
drops a bag of
Double
beans and we all
pyramid!
die!
What does it mean? Like a pyramid, like half of a pyramid is now outside of the other pyramid, and everything just begins to crumble.
Illuminati confirmed.
What?
The
Just like,
tree...
it just looks like Gmod. Like someone just messed around in Gmod and just spawned a bunch of stuff.
Everything is falling apart now.
Well, if he was out of money before, getting the 2 pyramids extracted
He's
from his
dead.
house is probably...
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably
No.
dead if there's a pyramid on top of
You
him.
don't know where he
Oh.
went.
Okay,
But
well,
he's
so much
nowhere
for
to be
trying to help him. I was thinking about healing him.
You see the treant kind of like is holding on to the two of you now. Chrissy, I would like you to roll an acrobatics check, acrobatics
Oh,
save
that's
for
my
me.
like best one. I think I have like hold on, let me check the multiplier. What's my multiplier for that again? 8? 19, my boy.
Okay, since the eggs aren't really potent anymore, basically, if you got a 20 on that, which was the DC, the score to win was a 20. One of your lowest scores would have been increased by 1. But because you rolled below a 20, you took 10d6 of force damage. That's what the eggs were. The tree. So you got a 19. All right. I'm sorry, Stu.
I'd just like to remind everyone that this is all Stu's fault.
Oh, he was letting his dog out.
Okay.
Or his
I
cat.
thought he was leaving.
No.
Chrissy, you take 9 points of damage as you tumble down the pyramid. Another pyramid sprouts from the pyramid. You get hit by it, land, skid, and stop on the ground as everything's crumbling behind you. So you take 9 points of damage.
My chat is just saying blame Sue. That's it.
No. Did you?
I'll see these.
Yes.
You run out the door. Make a perception check for me. Yep.
15.
15. Okay. So you look through the crowd and you do see Nina's head kind of leaving towards the exit, and you would assume Judith is there with her.
Yeah.
But they're kind of walking out the door, the front door of the party. So you begin to make your way towards there, basically. As you do, you feel a hand on your shoulder. As the blonde man from before, who was talking to Nina, who you threatened, stops you. And he kind of is like, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry about before. I was listen.
You better be apologizing.
You know Nina. She's Nina. She's And I was just trying my luck to see if." And you hear as a giant explosion of tile and building begins to fall.
For perspective, as soon as this happens, I go,
Oh, hey.
bleep.
And you watch as 2 pyramids, well, one pyramid at first kind of explodes out of the building, and then another pyramid explodes out of that pyramid, out of the side of that pyramid, and everything just begins to crumble. You both kind of turn to this, and you just watch as everything's falling apart.
Okay,
Looks
come on.
over to you, looks back.
I had nothing to do with that. I was just going to follow Nina and them, and then I turn around and this happens.
My friend was in there. And he kind of
Oh.
points up.
Wait, Tat was in there.
As you see a tree running down the pyramid side.
Do I see him pick up Tat?
You roll a perception check because it's kind of far away. There's a lot going on. You definitely see the 8-foot tall T-Rex man, though.
That was an 11. Plus
11. You see something in its arms like a football.
I assume that's Tat. Yes!
And this
I'm
tree is running
alive!
down, like trying to stop itself from like crumbling and falling. And you just watch as this is all happening and everything's falling apart. You're like, oh my,
Oh no.
oh no.
So what does he do?
He's just, he's just.
Okay, I grab him. I say, all right, what I need you to do is I need you to make sure everyone gets out of here or help me get people out of here. And then I'm going to go up there and see what is going on.
He's kind of in shock, but you see him nod and he's like, looks around and you see,
I'm just like, do I need to slap you right now? Do I need to knock some sense in you?
I'm good. I can't do it by myself. I need to go find, and he kind of runs off.
Okay.
And he starts like yelling at people and you hear him like, we need to go towards the entrance.
Right, can I like turn to like vocalize myself?
It was such a nice party.
I didn't hear you, Niner. I'm sorry.
Can I like turn around and like vocalize myself and be like, hey, everyone, like get out. Like we need to go. Like leave.
Yeah, everyone's kind of already running towards the entrance.
I'm like, go.
As like at
Me
this
and the boys
point,
at 3 a.m. when there's
pyramid-
beans.
Me and the boys at 3 a.m. when there's beans. Go. But like at this point, because a pyramid like basically came out of the other pyramid, the first pyramid's kind of falling apart.
Oh no.
And they're all kind of crashing.
Okay, are they going towards any of the people down towards the bottom?
It's there's a lot of rubble, so everyone's kind of moving.
Didn't you say that the house was on a hill?
Okay,
House is on a hill.
Oh.
So I know for a fact that the Gorbot, that at least Nina and Driddick have made it outside. Correct.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Okay, can I see if I can find Ingrid, or can I see her?
Roll a perception check for me
Okay.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff
Okay.
going on right now.
That's an 18.
Trying not to listen because I feel like something important is about to happen.
And that's a 12. I rolled an 18 and a 12.
18 to 12, so you get the 12 then.
And then would that be +1? You
oh,
said
that was not.
perception, right?
Yeah, perception. So yeah, so
So
13.
it would have been 19 and 12.
No, you
Or-
don't find Ingrid.
Oh no, 19
anywhere.
and 13. Okay.
Yeah, you don't find Ingrid anywhere with that 13. It's too much chaos going on. Everything is
Okay.
a mess. The
People are screaming.
people are
9/11 of
screaming and
pyramids.
running. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much everything is falling apart. There isn't any fire.
That's good.
That's 1 plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could change that.
Well,
All right.
okay.
Yeah. If you could just leave your TV, perfect. Yeah. So it's very difficult to find anyone
Oh, that
specifically.
was a mistake.
You can't find Ingrid anymore. No.
Oh no! I saw the pole go towards the the screen. Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna run up towards everything that's going on.
Okay. What is your plan here?
I don't know. Like, well, wait. I kind of want to find Ingrid and make sure that she is okay.
Okay.
Can I do that first?
With everything going on and the 13 you rolled, you are not able to find her.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna make my way up the rubble.
All right. So yeah, everything begins to. It's still falling. Like
But
everything
like
is
it's kind of settled a little
It's
bit.
sort of settling. Some of it is like things are still falling apart.
But it's not gonna be like tumbling like how it was before.
No, it is not tumbling like how it was before.
Okay. Can
basically
I
everything is
can I
kind of-
strength yeet myself up there?
What do you mean?
Can I like do like athletics to like get up there? Like,
Yeah, go ahead and roll a athletics check for me then. Yeah.
okay, good. Good. That is a 15 plus 7.
15 plus 7. Okay, yeah, no, you are able to get through very easily and without any problems. There isn't like you don't like nothing falls on you or anything like that. As you kind of make your way through everything, you see the rubble moving as leaves and sticks and branches kind of push their way out, and you see a treant kind of holding and covering Reximus, and from what you can kind of see, Tat as well, as it's kind of like brushing itself
Okay,
off.
can I use like strength to like help move rubble?
Yeah, you begin to like start moving rubble and everything.
Yeah. I don't think I should have a problem with it, you know, knowing my strength.
No, I still want you to roll a strength check though.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, while you're rolling that, Reximus and Tad. Well, Reximus for you specifically, as everything starts to begin, like, you didn't lose consciousness, but everything is kind of like, like there's humming in your ears and throbbing from basically a mini internal explosion from the egg inside of you. Yeah, that's what the magical explosion inside of you.
We're in a tree?
No, there's...
Tree ant, you know, the thing that grabbed you.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
And it's kind of like holding over, like it's kind of like body bent over, like keeping the rubble off of you, and it's pushing its like rubble away from you guys.
Right.
Are you okay? He kind of looks down at the two of you.
How dare you touch me? Let me go. Get off of me.
And I try to like shrug him off.
As you like, he's not holding you anymore, but like he's over, like hovering over you guys, keeping like the rubble from hitting you. Just like, okay. And he moves away, and a rock hits you in the face as he like moves.
What? I don't get to like duck out
you don't,
the way?
You don't take any damage. It's just kind of like rubble hitting.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
You should be thankful. And he like begins to move again, rubble away. No need to scream, little one.
Did you also need my roll? Did you need my roll?
Yes, please.
I rolled a 19. That's my best roll yet. That's plus 5.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you're 19 plus 5 or just 19?
19 plus 5. My strength mod is a plus 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just give me the full number then.
That'd be a 24.
24. Okay. Yeah, you get over there and you start moving rocks off the tree, and the tree kind of looks over. Thank you. You begin to move the rocks on the tree and looks over to you. He's like, thank you. And
yeah, no problem.
He begins to stand up.
Can I help him up? For perspective, how big is this tree ant?
He is.
Is he bigger than Stu?
It is bigger than Stu. Yeah, he's like 10 foot something.
So am I able to help this guy up or no?
Yeah, you're helping move things and like getting rocks off of him. He took a beating though, from what you can see. He's okay. He's perfectly fine, but he's definitely got like his branches and like he like one of his arms is broken, and he kind of gets up. Where am I? He looks around at the rubble.
You know, at this point, I don't know.
Myrtle, you are also kind of pushing rubble off of yourself. You didn't get much because you landed fairly easily, but you are just a couple feet away from this whole thing, basically, and you just see a tree talking to a dragonborn. What happened here?
You know,
You grabbed me without asking permission?
There were pyramids falling on the two of us. 3 of us.
Yes, but maybe you could have gotten the egg out of the way first before.
Okay, wait.
Your complaint is he didn't get the egg off of your waistcoat before he caught you and saved you from the pyramid landing on top of you?
Okay, all right. Before we continue on, what just happened? I left.
I'll just kind of be like,
maybe 5 minutes ago.
He did it.
Tat, what happened?
He dropped beans and everything exploded.
I don't know your name. Big thing. What happened?
I'm just pointing. Like, you asked me what happened, and I'm just like, he did it. He dropped beans, and
I say, what happened?
They grew pyramids.
Where's Trident?
It was.
I'll just point to the pile of pyramids.
It was meant to be a practical joke. Clearly.
Oh yeah, what a joke it
very
was.
Practical.
Endangering so many people's lives.
Listen, I didn't know that it would do all this. I mean, it's just.
Did you know what it was going to do at all?
No.
I feel this was a poor decision, but I am.
Yes.
I agree.
I feel as though he brought it on himself, though. You should have been there. You didn't even exist.
You
5
brought a
minutes
pyramid
ago.
down on yourself.
Why
are you questioning my
exist?
Yes.
And he looks at you just like, oh.
Wait, did I just like?
I like this tree guy. I like this tree guy.
Did I just shatter like his entire universe?
You gave
like,
him his existential crisis, my guy.
5 minutes after he's
what
born.
did he ask?
How long do you think you have existed? I mean,
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay, Mr. Tree.
Existential crisis.
And he kind of like, you should, and he kind of sits down.
Oh.
I go over to him.
It's
I'm
okay,
like,
Mr. Tree. Can I pat him and try to like?
Tat and I are like over there comforting him. I'm like,
Can I
listening to him.
Can I cast healing word on him and try to fix his arm?
Yeah, sure thing.
Can I pick up his arm and like hold it for Tat so he can like heal it?
It's just kind of like dangling.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's even worse.
Can I do it anyway?
Is there any chance that I'm coughing up a little bit of blood at this
Oh yeah,
point?
you
or no?
absolutely.
An egg?
Or egg.
Alright.
Both.
Thanks for following, Red
Both.
Viper Strike.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Well-
both attending to the tree, Stu. You can just sit there.
Right, yeah.
Go ahead and make your healing rolls, EJ.
4.
What's he doing?
Natural
So-
4 plus 4.
8. Nice. So he watches the arm kind of like, it's like leaves and like roots kind of like reattach the arm a bit, and he's just kind of like, thank you.
I'm just a little
Yeah,
shaky.
no, just heal the treat thing. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
what
I'll
like
heal
do?
Stu too.
Very hurt.
No, hang on. No, I want to do this. If did Stu like dislocate anything or anything like that?
He's bleeding
No,
internally.
I'm-
You
yeah,
watch him
I'm
as he's
bleeding
coughing up
internally.
blood.
Okay, so whenever I go up to him, I'm going to use.
I really didn't agree
Let me
with him.
see. Lay on hands.
Mhm.
You have a
Don't
pool of
put
healing
your
power that
hands
restores
on
10
me.
HP for long rest as an action. You can touch a creature to restore any number of HP remaining in the pool of, or 5 HP to either cure disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature. So I'm going to use the full 10 hit points. Or wait, how much damage he took? He took 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took 12.
And so whenever I do this, whenever I go to heal him, I like grab you like directly in the gut, and I said, "I'm healing you, so be thankful."
well,
And
at least
you
you,
are-
helped me instead of this miscreant over here.
Did you just point at me and call me a miscreant?
Yes, 100%.
Me?
I literally
The
say,
child?
I'm like he's a
Yes.
she's a child. She just the tree just saved both of your lives.
Yeah, well, it's a tree thing, so
Have some respect.
You know who you're talking
Like
to.
What's your
I
name,
am
Tree-Man?
like actually I'm actually upset
sorry,
by this because
yeah,
you know
I
my
know you.
connections to nature. Well, no, I'm like my character, like from my origin. Okay,
I know.
so Blue knows like this would actually be
origin
something
Yeah.
that would upset my character very much.
All right. So wait. So how much did you heal me for?
10.
10.
10.
You're welcome.
I don't even say thank you or anything.
So, what's your name?
I don't have one.
Oh,
Oh.
can I call
He
you
just like
Barky?
looks to the ground and he just like puts his hands on his forehead. He's like, or at least what you believe would be his forehead area. Just like, oh.
I'll just like put my hands on his elbow and I'll be like, "Can I call
Give
you
it a name,
Barky?"
Tat.
Hey, so I want to go try and find like
The key?
Trident's body
Good
Can I
luck.
also go and look for Trident's body?
because
Okay.
you said he was unconscious. I don't know how he is after all this.
He's
stuff.
probably dead.
So
Yeah.
I mean, 2 pyramids in a tree, you know.
Okay.
Well,
And
let
the
me
mushrooms
look,
growing inside
okay?
him, and
Go ahead and roll investigation for anyone who wants to look for him. Chrissy, what are you doing right now? As you're
15.
kind of nearby, but also not with them directly.
Yeah, well, I've kind of overheard everything that's been going on. I've been kind of trying to crawl myself out of the rubble and make my way over that way, since those are the closest voices that I hear, and they seem fairly trustworthy.
Okay.
If I keep talking to Barky, as I've named him with my big eyes, I can try to help him or have him help clear the rubble too.
Oh my god.
He looks like an angry piece of celery.
Stu, what'd you roll?
I got 14.
I got a 15.
Nice, Stu. You rolled higher than a 10.
Yeah.
Still not a 15 yet, though.
Well,
he'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah, he's got to train up to that level.
Yeah, my dice aren't used to rolling that.
Hey,
high,
you started
right?
from a 1, now you're at 14.
Yeah.
What is this session? What were we supposed to accomplish, and what has happened now?
I don't think this was supposed to happen.
I don't think
but,
so.
I think this was supposed to happen maybe later in the story, and she was like,
that key that we were probably supposed to get is
know,
now buried.
Blue knew that I was gonna present these to him, though.
I did. I knew.
Yeah, figured it would happen, but not this chaotic, probably.
I didn't think I would roll a natural 1 on him, meaning I didn't think he would grab the bag, eat one of the beans, drop the bag, including all the other beans, and spawning the rest.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't from one bean and then more mushrooms growing and then them just doing it. It was all of the beans.
He really spilled the beans on that one.
Oh, I was gonna say it, but then you said it, and I was like, I'm not gonna say it. But...
Guess we got bean boozled.
That's not exactly how the item works, but it happened now.
It's fine. It's already done.
So, Chris, you begin to make your way over to Barky and Tad at this point, while Reximus and Alcides begin to search for Tridum. You begin to search. You don't find anything. You begin to spread out and search a little further in the rubble.
Well, I mean, can I pick up rocks since
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're doing
strong.
Yeah, you're doing that absolutely. You're moving rocks and everything. While that's happening, Chris, you make your way over to Tat and Barky, and you watch as Tat's kind of
Wait. I know what to do.
All right.
Can I use Divine Sense to find him?
Yeah, you can. How much more Divine Sense do you have?
Oh no!
I have 5 per long rest.
Oh no!
Okay. Yeah, you still have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Divine Sense to see if I can detect
That's
him.
funny.
You. Sorry. You do not. How long is the range on that again? Sense.
60 feet.
60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Don't hurt Barky.
Barky's
my new best friend.
Fairly at the 60-foot range, you get the sense that there is a infernal. And you sense an infernal
inferior.
About 60 feet away from you, but you don't sense anything else.
We dig.
All right, so you begin to dig looking for him. Barky is currently having an existential crisis.
I'm trying to help with that.
Yeah, you're helping with it. He's just I don't.
As this is going on, can I hey Tat, could you maybe see if you would possibly help us?
Sure. Hey, Barky, I know you're going through a lot right now, but could you help us dig through the rubble and see if we can find the other people that were with us? They might be under a lot of rocks and they might be hurt.
It's my name. My name's Barky. I don't.
If you want it to be. You said you didn't know what your name was, so I said, can I call you Barky?
Sure.
It's big puppy dog eyes.
He softly pats your head. Sure.
Thank you.
Will be Barky from here forward.
Yay!
And therefore, Tat has gained a companion.
Yes. I have a pet tree.
This is so cute. It hurts.
He begins to stand up and starts looking around as well. Let me roll an investigation for him.
It's literally just the 2 towers, but instead of
it's also a tree that could just pick up lots of rocks and move
Hey,
them.
Blue. I'm assuming our rolls were not good enough then, because I didn't hear you tell us the result.
You haven't found him yet. It's going to take a little bit. There's a lot of rubble.
I mean, 2 pyramids,
He's also searching. Basically, I'm just combining your rolls to give a time range of how long it'll take.
Right.
Okay.
Chrissy, what are you doing as they're looking? And Tad is kind of well, we're here now.
So I was making my way over towards Tat and Barky. I don't know how far away I was from them. So
Not far at all, like 5 feet.
So I probably made my way there to at this point.
Yeah. You make your way over and you kind of
Yeah.
make your way over to Tad at this point. The other 3 are now searching.
Hi. I seem to have got myself caught up in this mess that I didn't know would be created. I was just here to steal from the rich. I'm Chrysanthemum. You can call me Chrissy, since that's easier. And your names are?
Hi, I'm Tat. This is Barky. That guy's Alcides, and that guy's a dinosaur.
Does he hear us?
You guys have at this point, you two have kind of spread out and you're further away, so you can't hear that going on. Barky is still fairly nearby. Hello. I did not exist 5 minutes ago.
Oh no!
And he starts picking up rocks and moving them again.
Barky.
Like a dead face inside I am moving.
Yeah. And he begins to move items, and
Barky needs to be a part of the party.
Leave your pet.
After a few moments of searching, you all begin to hear heavy jangling metal of armor, and you watch as about 50 guards all run up. All of them with spears and swords, and they all kind of point at, "Oh, stop what you're doing!"
Okay, I motherly instincts for the small child. Immediately, I put my arm out in front of Tat and just kind of move her behind me, because small child must protect.
I will hold your hand.
You watch Barky is picking up a rock, looks over, drops the rock, and just doesn't move.
I walk over next to Barky and I'm like, "It's okay, big guy."
Reximus, what are you doing when the guards show up?
I do stop. Like,
We got some explaining to do.
mostly because I really don't want to put in the effort. But like, are they talking to a specific person?
When
or just,
you-
like,
yeah,
all-
when you-
all of you.
Okay.
You see all of you standing at this rubble and halt! Stop!
And I'm literally just like, what is the meaning of this?
Could they see that we were trying to dig through the rubble to like?
They see that you're trying to dig through the rubble.
Okay.
You don't know what they think.
Okay.
What?
Yo, can I roll insight?
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
Hey, yo, can I roll inside?
9.
They don't trust the fact that you're the only people standing in this rubble right now
Can I roll
of a
persuasion?
noble. What are you
Persuasion
trying
to
to
what?
persuade
Yeah.
them?
Can I be like, "Hey, this happened, and then we're doing this now to look for people"?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
You could have just said there are people buried under the rubble. We're trying to help out here. But okay.
That's more or less. That's what I'm taking from it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's more or less what he's saying. But still, disadvantage.
So do I still get my modifier though?
Oh yeah, you still get your modifier.
Okay.
It's just
Okay, so that would have
you
been
have
a
to roll
20,
twice. Take a lower.
and that would be a what's that? 15 plus 6, 21. So I rolled a 20 and a 21, so that's pretty good.
What is your modifier? 6?
Yep.
All right.
Persuasion, charisma, paladin.
Bruh.
You like the guards kind of stop and all look around, and you watch one of the guards more wearing like kind of better armor and more decorated. It looks like kind of walks over. I do not care. We will search. Get out here now.
Get out here now.
Yeah, get out of the rubble and come towards us. Basically,
Do you know who you're talking to?
does not matter. Currently, you blew up a building. At least you're the only
Hey,
people
nobody said
standing in
we
the building
did.
of a noble.
That is a fair point, but I am Reximus Snarlshire,
And you
and I will not
tell
be
it to
spoken
us.
to.
I'm just gonna look
in
up at
this way.
Myrtle and be like, should we do what they say?
You can tell it to us when you get away from.
How
the
many guards
rubble.
did you say there was?
Like
About
50?
50.
About how many?
50.
50.
Darn, if only it was a little less, I'd be like, let's take them.
Yeah, we can take on an army from the
Just like a
city.
few less, yeah.
Already, none of us have our weapons.
Yeah, you're the only one with weapons right now.
What? Do you know
Me?
I
Well,
know?
I mean, like I have a
Tat,
dagger
you have
on
your
my
weapons.
leg
Mhm.
underneath my dress.
Yeah,
I do not have my weapons.
Yeah, I don't have weapons either, so.
you.
But no, I'm like, I'm like,
Alcides, wouldn't you have your weapons? I thought.
Yeah, because you're a guard.
okay, yeah, I would have weapons, but I would not have my
Shield or
Armor.
armor.
Okay.
No.
Right.
You only have the sword.
Well, we're certainly at a disadvantage.
I think we can win. We got Barky. I'm kidding.
Oh!
Maximus, two of the not two, like 3 or 4 of the guards like step forward, like with spears and weapons, and the kind of head of it all, kind of. I do not care who you are. Get out of the rubble now.
Again, I just kind of look up to Myrtle.
I'm a little like
Chrissy.
Yeah, I'm very peeved, but I'm gonna
Or
just start stepping out.
I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, you know, let's go, Bart. I'm bringing Barky's coming with us. There's no doubt about it. Barky's coming with us.
all right, Barky's like, okay, I see. And he like begins to like step and move, and all the guards back up. You're like, what? As they see Barky begin to move.
You know what we could have done? We like, you know, our big friend here thinks otherwise.
Oh no.
We have a treant.
We have the Hulk.
I have an army.
We have a whole. That's so
That's
good.
basically it. Yeah, the guards kind of step back, and are you like listening to the guards' instructions?
Me?
All of you.
I
What
am
do they
listening.
say?
To a
I'm-
We
point,
want to
yeah,
listen
yeah,
to what they
following
have to say.
Chrissy.
We just want to say what is your reason for us leaving? We're trying
yeah.
to find.
Leave it to the
Ooh,
professionals. Either you are the cause of this, or you are civilians, and we do not want more civilians getting hurt.
What makes
And
you
we
say
do
we're
not
not
want you-
professionals?
And he looks you up and down, and he looks at all of you. There's a child, a tree, one of the more wealthy, and you two. I do not know you two, Chrissy, and he kind of motions to Chrissy and you all Sadie's. I do not know the 2 of you, meaning you've not been here before. So please come with us. You, and he kind of motions to about 20 of the guards. Start searching. You 4, 5, and he like looks at the tree. Are gonna come with me. And he kind of steps back and kind of motions some of the other guards to come with him. The rest of you search for anybody, survivors or otherwise.
Listen here.
Oh no!
I've
Please
got
stop
important
talking,
business.
please.
All right. I did not plan to be at this party for too long. Okay. So, I would really appreciate it if I could just take my leave.
You will tell us your story in the guardhouse. All of you will. And he kind of
I don't think you hear what I'm saying.
I don't think you hear what I'm saying. Would you like to be put in cuffs and
Can I roll,
muzzled?
can I roll persuasion?
I like
at all?
mumble under my breath. Can I even
Roll
reach his arm?
persuasion with deception.
I can't even reach his
Wait,
arms.
with deception?
Persuasion with disadvantage. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Roll both.
oh god, dude. Okay.
No, with disadvantage.
You are joking, dude. You know how I've had like horrible rolls this entire
Roll
time? Nat 20, dude.
With
On a
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
No, now roll another
So-
time.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, sick. I got that's hold on. You said persuasion, right?
Persuasion. Yep.
That's
The
a
one
13.
time we need him to not do well.
Let me
Please,
roll for
Yeah.
him.
please, you're gonna get us in so much
Yeah.
more trouble.
It's persuasion versus insight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care. You are currently a suspect. So, I'm sorry for taking your time. I won't take too much time out of your day. But please. For
Fine,
your
if you
own
insist.
sake. And,
I mean, I'm just saying that when you receive a very nasty
Can-
letter
Before
on
we
your
go, can before we go, can I ask how long this is gonna take?
Depends. Are you talking to me or talking to the guards?
Guards.
It depends.
I'm asking because I was a guard for I was guarding a family that was here, and I had them leave whenever everything went to go like just went bad.
Well,
So
then
I
they
just-
are either safe or they are not here.
That's
They-
what
they're
I'm wanting
either
to know.
safe or
Would
are
you be
gone.
able to see at least send a guard to see if the family is safe? Possibly.
You and he motions to one of the guards. What's their name?
Gorbovs.
Go check the Gorbov family. The rest of you, please come with us. And he and 5 other guards kind of
Can you tell them it's Alcides wanting to know?
I will, or
Okay.
he will.
Okay.
The guard kind of
Thank you.
bows and runs off, and you all begin to be escorted to the noble portion of the city's guardhouse.
I want to know the backgrounds for each of y'all's characters because I really don't know it all that.
Yeah, sure.
Like, just like the basic background information.
Yeah, sure. We can do chat time in between. My name is Tat. I'm a 11-year-old little halfling girl, 2 foot 2 inches tall, little tiny girl.
If your parents are both halflings, wouldn't you just be a quarterling?
Math. Wow. Oh no. Wow. Luckily, halfling is a race, not a measurement. Wow. So yeah, I'm a cute little girl. I grew up in the forest, or in a little village near the forest to the southeast, I think, of the city that we're currently in. But we recently decided to move to the city because weird stuff was happening in my village. But on the way, our caravan got attacked, so now I have got separated from my parents, trying to find them, assuming that they got to the city. Then, well, you know, I met a genie, and the genie said, hey, you should go find a dragonborn paladin or a dinosaur diplomat, and maybe they can help you find your parents. And I'm like, cool beans. I don't know what that means. But that was basically the gist.
Well, Chrissy is she is a wood elf. She's from the city. Basically, she does jobs every now and then in towns where either, you know, like, oh, hey, this local thief has been stealing everybody's purses. Somebody come stop this man's. Or, you know, breaking into their house. And she's all like, yeah, yo, bro, I'll do it. And she, you know, gets paid for the job. She does the job. She does it good. Mm-hmm. And normally she gives most of her money to whatever she doesn't need to live off of to the poor. And occasionally as a little side hustle. That's what we're doing here at this party right now. Mm-hmm. She'll steal from the rich and give to the poor. The reason she's at this town is because she just finished a job in a local area of it, like a smaller area. What's going on? And she overheard, oh, hey, there's this big party going. Want a ticket? Check it. She's like, thanks, I'm gonna go steal now. So that's what she'll be doing.
So, hi.
Hi, Reximus.
My name is Reximus Gnarlshire. I am the son of 2 well-known and distinguished diplomats. So I have many connections within the district, such as Tridum, who is like a friend of my parents, but I was invited to the party. Well, we don't know what happened with Tridum, but I basically was invited to this party instead of my parents because they're out and doing diplomatic things in, I guess, another country, or is it another city? Country. Okay. Yeah. So I was invited in to represent them, I guess. And so I brought this family heirloom because Tridum is not the greatest person, and we don't like him. And so I just brought this bag of beans to give to him, and tried to, and was going to convince him that, like, oh yeah, it would make him look better or whatever, but clearly that was not the case. So
depends on your outlook of better. If crushed like a grape is better than
oh no.
Well, how he looked, apparently.
While patrolling your outlandish tribe's land, you had to come across a crawl. If you don't know what a crawl is, you can look it up. They're like they're very insect-like looking grasshopper people.
Krawl.
UL.
UL? Alright.
Kraul. It's a new race I had yet to interact with. Over time, I began to befriend the Krawl, and they taught me their language. So that's why I know Krawl. However, one night, a group of Krawls snuck into my tribe's village and slaughtered all of my people. I tried to defend them and myself, but to no avail. After a gruesome massacre, one of the Krawls stood above me, my life in their hands, but they left me alive. now I live walking with the knowledge that I'm the only survivor of my tribe of people lost to this world. And my main thing is to find out why the crawl didn't kill me. And that's my whole thing. I'm also a oath breaker. So my god, I had believed in the gods, and I now don't have belief in the gods because whenever I asked for help from my god, which is, as you all know, Kite.
Believed in the god of Kite.
Cue Denise coming into Discord.
So Denise helped me come up with a list of the gods.
Oh
so
no! Please.
Kite is the god of.
You're welcome, Niner.
Nature. Yep.
And now you would know this as well as you like all of you would know this. This list of gods, which I'll.
But anyways, so pretty much he failed me, so now I'm an oath breaker. But as this campaign goes on, depending on how things go, I might start believing in the gods again. But as of now, I do not
see.
believe in the gods. I big strong boy
like me and
in Fight Club. I go out and do things.
Basically. He was getting undressed and she walked in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much like.
That's the PG.
I am an 11-year-old child.
Covers ears.
Yikes.
I'm this many. Oh, you can't see my hand.
I was
this many years old.
Yeah, pretty much. I would just finish like doing like, like working out because of course I'm very fit and stuff like that. So
he's doing them 100 push-ups. By the way, Stu,
no, Niner. We're talking about your character. We're talking about your character.
Listen here, if this wasn't PG, there'd be so much I could say right now. I was expecting her to come back. She met up with me that one day. She had been following me. I ran after her. She ended up breaking her nose. I took her to the inn to help, like care for it. And
yeah, that'd be great.
She was
actually start.
Apparently, she watched me at the Fight Club and everything, and she was like very nervous and all this. And then like, I just kind of went with that, and I was like, you don't care if I get cleaned up because of Fight Club, all this, all that. Yeah, blood. And so like I was cleaning up, and then she got even more like. Dean and I have a very interesting thing.
Okay.
That's not
so he believes.
Oh yeah.
Graceful cat.
Wait.
Somebody click Stu's face. Somebody click Stu's face.
EJ's stream is a little bit behind, so I'm watching that now because I didn't even see that.
You're so dumb. What is wrong with you?